This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Oh, pretty shot there from the tower camera, actually the Osprey camera we call it up there.
Yes, I miss our little Osprey friends. They were so cute.
Oh, a lot of viewers like that too.
I know.
Lit up our website, that's for sure. Well, good morning. 6 o'clock on Tuesday morning, July 18th. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. You know, we love meeting viewers. We have Friday Fest coming up this Friday. We'll meet lots of people. But I was talking to one of our viewers on my Facebook page. Her name is Annette Bradshaw Blair. She watches every day from 5 to 7. Her and her husband love watching us. They said they love our show. And her husband used to be an old radio DJ.
Oh, is that right?
Kind of like you.
I was too. A face for radio. That's right. Good. John Scalzi joins us now. Good morning, John.
Good morning to you. There's a little bit of showery activity out there this morning. We're looking at a few near the coastline, though they seem to be kind of falling apart as they get closer to Venice area. You may have seen a pop or two of lightning off Gulf waters if you live near the Venice area or even Inglewood. And those are kind of in the process of falling apart, so don't expect much out of those. We do have about a 50% chance through the late morning, early afternoon of a shower near the coast, followed by building showers in inland areas. Mix of sun and clouds will greet you this morning, followed by a little bit more cloudiness as we head into the afternoon and those showers begin to move into inland areas. Daytime high near 90. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, thank you, John. A couple blips on the screen there on State Road 70 in either direction around 301, so be aware of that. In Manatee County, farther south. Now, that issue earlier on Fruitville Road has cleared up. Only thing we see in red right now is that the 301-41 split, and also there at Bee Ridge in 41. South County all clear at 6:02 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, it seems the Republican Party's goal to replace Obamacare has come to a halt. Well, that is for now, at least.
This is two more Republican senators announced their opposition. Reporter John Lawrence tells us what's next.
Trump Care's pulse has flatlined. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell issued a statement saying the Republicans' plan to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act will not succeed.
We've never seen a president put forward a major legislative piece in his early days and have it greeted with such derision and such fear.
The defection of GOP Senators Jerry Moran of Kansas and Mike Lee of Utah slammed the brakes on one of President Trump's top goals.
We must repeal job-killing Obamacare. We have to do that.
But that isn't going to happen, at least not for a while. McConnell says the Senate will soon vote on a bill that will delay the repeal of the Affordable Care Act for a 2-year transition. For years, the Republican Party railed against the ACA, and Donald Trump made it one of his main campaign pledges. So what happened?
Donald Trump, I mean, with all due respect, and his ability to speak to the common man, does not have any idea about health care policy. That is apparent.
Instead of attacking MSNBC anchors and all of these dalliances that we've had on Twitter, he should have been driving his agenda and trying to force senators to feel like they had to go along with a Republican health care policy.
President Trump tweeted Monday night saying Republicans should just repeal failing Obamacare and work on a new health care plan that will start from a clean slate. Dems will join in. Vice President Pence agreed with Mr. Trump's statement, saying inaction is not an option. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
With the Republican bill in question, former Vice President Joe Biden is making his feelings known. In a Washington Post opinion piece, Biden said the bill is enough to, quote, make your blood boil. Biden calls the bill fundamentally flawed and said it would deny basic health care to Americans who can't afford it. He also cited how cuts to Medicaid would hurt people with disabilities, the elderly, and rural hospitals.
It is 6:04 now. Shopping mall retail stores have been closing at a record pace of late. The investment research firm called Morningstar is out with a new list of mall locations across the country that are likely to close when Sears closes its anchor stores, including they list the Westfield Sarasota Square Mall at Beneva and 41. Many experts consider malls to be at risk with the loss of all these anchor stores.
I think that really more reflects the fact that maybe some of those anchor stores are seen as maybe belonging to an older generation, if you will. That's where my mom and dad shopped.
You'll recall earlier this year, Sarasota Square also lost another anchor store, Macy's. And a few major retailers are going green for back to school. H&M, Target, and JCPenney will release more fashions made from secondhand and reused materials. These include recycled denim, nylon waste, even plastic bottles. The move is in response to parents wanting the quality and style in backpacks and jeans, but not wanting to spend a lot of money. The reused fashions could be seen in stores as soon as next month in time for back-to-school shopping. And look at this, caught on camera. Investigators in St. Louis spent the weekend trying to figure out how an SUV wound up on top of a house. Police said the driver lost control, hit a pole, and that launched it off the curbside. Emergency crews managed to rescue the driver, who was trapped, and he's now listed in critical condition. Thankfully, the house was empty at the time and no other injuries involved in this crash.
Wow. Well, here in the Sunshine State, NASA planned to launch its newest communication satellite in 3 weeks, but it looks like that may not be happening anymore. NASA says one of the antennas on the tracking and data relay satellite was damaged on Friday. That accident happened inside a processing building as the satellite was being packed up for launch. Now, that mishap could delay the August 3rd liftoff, but right now a mission team is assessing that damage and the flight schedule.
In other aviation news, Governor Scott was in Tampa Monday to help unveil 12 new people movers at the airport. The so-called Sky Connect trains came in through Port Tampa Bay and feature various birds found in Florida. The new transportation alternative will connect the airport's main terminal to the economy garage and also the new rental car center. Crews just have to install the cars and finish off the rental center as well. Scott says all the money the state has invested in our ports is clearly paying off.
We have over 900,000 jobs around our ports. We've added over 200,000 jobs around our airports, our ports, just in the last 6 years, and this state's on a roll.
Crews began construction on this project 3 years ago, and work on the guideway structure finished earlier this year. The system should be up and running, though, early next year.
And speaking of travel, passenger traffic is up once again at Punta Gorda Airport, this time for the 44th consecutive month. The airport saw 108,000 passengers in June, totaling just over 1 million passengers within the past year. Now, part of that increase can be credited to discount airline Allegiant, which services that airport. 381 Allegiant air flights landed at the Punta Gorda Airport in June.
We're hearing less this year about the Zika virus in Florida. There have been no outbreaks so far. Governor Scott says preparation is key. He suggests Floridians continue wearing bug spray and draining containers in the backyard. 2016 was a bad year for Florida and the Zika virus. 285 Zika infections in our state alone. This year, 81 travel-related Zika cases have been confirmed in the state, mostly in Broward and Miami-Dade counties.
And there's a new push to preserve the threatened eastern indigo snake here in Florida. A dozen young reptiles were released to the Apalachicola Bluffs in Bristol. Organizers say they'll keep a close eye on the snakes over the next decade. They'll also continue to focus on providing healthy ecosystems through land, water, and wildlife conservation efforts.
The indigo snake basically maintains the balance of the population in this type of community. So incredibly important, and it was important that we restored the site and had the right conditions on site before we reintroduced them to give them the best chance of survival so they can repopulate the area.
Well, eastern indigo snakes are the longest native snakes found here in the U.S. Fun fact there.
Here on the Suncoast, the city of Venice has unveiled a lawsuit against Neal Communities, hoping to get clarification on a matter the two parties simply can't agree on. The city has a long-standing annexation agreement that requires new home builders to pay a certain fee before they can get a certificate of occupancy. According to the city, Neal Communities does not want to pay that fee any longer. So after 2 years of back and forth negotiations, the city has decided to file a lawsuit against Neal to have a third party make the decision.
After this period of prolonged negotiation, we haven't made a lot of progress, so the city decided to seek a judicial solution to this, that is, ask a judicial body to determine whether or not it's appropriate for us to collect a fee.
And Neal Communities agrees with the company, the city, to send this matter to court. More homes on the way to Lakewood Ranch. The Mallory Park at Lakewood Ranch community is being built between State Road 70 and State Road 64. It'll feature single-family houses as well as townhomes. Prices starting in the mid-200s. And Devasta is breaking ground on the much-anticipated Mallory Park at the Lakewood Ranch Amenities Center. The nearly 6,000-square-foot coastal-inspired center will feature several amenities with a spa and resort-style lap pool, a fire pit, basketball, pickleball. The community offers single-family 1- and 2-story homes as well as 2- and 3-story townhouses, ranging in price from the mid-200s to more than $700,000. That is one nice townhouse, John.
It is. I've got a van down by the river, but remember that?
Vaguely.
Tell you about it in a minute. Very funny. Showers in the forecast. Talk about it in a second.
All right, thanks, John.
Also, a mother is being praised for following her instincts after seeing a man slumped in the seat of his running car.
That's right. It all happened while there was a toddler in the front seat. We'll have more on this shocking video you won't want to miss. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Consumer Cellular makes it easy to stay in touch with family and stay within our budget.
Now our cell phone bill is only a fraction of what it used to be.
Our average customers get everything they need for about $25 a month, and plans start at only $10 a month with no contracts.
Consumer Cellular has a great choice of phones. Check out my new one. I picked this simple phone.
I use my son's old smartphone. Kept my number, too.
Consumer Cellular has been an approved AARP provider since 2008, and members get exclusive discounts.
It's a good thing Consumer Cellular is always there, because sometimes I need a little help. Sometimes.
We're proud to have received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service among non-contract wireless providers.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of change. We actually use change.
Luckily, there are some things we can still afford.
Like Consumer Cellular.
Stop paying too much for wireless service. Switch now, and for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-920-3084. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today. ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at a temperature of about 76 degrees with a dew point of 72. We have fairly clear skies out there, though at times a little bit of cloud cover will pass by from some showers that are built out in Gulf waters. But so far this morning, few and far between, and not a lot has made it onto land. We had a little bit of a shower clip areas of coastal Venice, but that was about it. 75 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton. Lakewood Ranch comes in a tad warmer at 76. We have 77 degrees in Northport. Port Charlotte comes in at 77 in Northport. 80 degrees in Inglewood and Venice, and 81 degrees at Longboat Key. Across the region this morning, we've had some activity out in Gulf and Atlantic waters, certainly. And also there's a line of showers, if you can make it out, that stretches from really the northern coast of the Gulf waters all the way across the Panhandle up toward the mid-Atlantic and beyond. That little troughiness in the atmosphere, a little weakness in the high pressure ridges that span the state of Florida is causing those showers right now. They were kind of around there yesterday as well. In fact, they were even more intense at this hour yesterday. And we have a little bit of showery activity located down in the southern tip of the state caused by a general southerly wind flow aloft that's bringing that moisture this way. We'll probably see by around 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock a more frequent shower outbreak and maybe a thunderstorm or two right along the immediate coastline as we start to develop a sea breeze rather early. This one shower, as I mentioned, near Venice, in the process of kind of fading away. It's not going to provide too much in the way of any rain showers, although we have had overnight 1 or 2 dot the landscape. It's been a pretty dry overnight period. We'll watch those showers build in response to this kind of double barrel high pressure ridge with this trough located in the center of the two. That high pressure ridge located just about over us, really. Its axis, if you will, kind of right over central Florida. That's allowing for a very light wind flow outside. And with a light wind flow and a fair amount of sunshine to start the day, we'll get things heated up pretty quickly, and that'll allow for the sea breeze to build fast. Those showers will then build along that sea breeze as you get a kind of convergence as those winds come from a frictionless Gulf water to a rougher land surface, and the winds kind of pile up because of it. And you'll get a little bit of a showery activity along that line. And then those showers will move toward the other coast, riding on that easterly wind where they'll encounter the east coast sea breeze, and you'll get some more intense storms fire up. Some of the outflow from those storms may produce a few scattered showers back building along our coast toward tomorrow morning, just as we have seen this morning. So the forecast over the next several days calls for these early coastal showers, followed by east-moving inland storms during the later half of the afternoon, leaving the coast kind of quiet, and then early sea breeze formation, keeping our temperatures held to around 90. Showers move inland, go toward the other coast where the bigger storms will be located, and then tomorrow we'll do it all over again. Showers building, a few of them back building toward the coast during the evening, but mostly a dry coast during the evening. Couple of larger storms far away from the state of Florida out in the Atlantic. One of them has been named, the other likely to develop over the course of the next 5 days. But Dawn is now our 4th named storm. Got named last night after Hurricane Recon aircraft kind of scoped it out and found a low-level circulation and winds significant enough to call it Dawn. That is the 4th system of the year, and that usually doesn't happen until next month. So kind of an early start to our season. It's not forecast to do a whole lot. It'll get close to the ABC Islands and then just basically fall apart. So the winds in this area are not really conducive to hurricanes, and oftentimes they end up in the hurricane graveyard down there. And that'll probably happen with this one. No effect on us whatsoever. We have a 50% chance of showers with the same sort of pattern lasting into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic, looks like the DeSoto and Green Bridge looking clear if you're heading into downtown Bradenton. The 301 seeing some congestion north and southbound, though. State Road 70 and I-75 looking clear if you're heading throughout that area. As we head into Sarasota County, some slowdowns on 41 heading southbound as you pass by Bee Ridge. Also some congestion as you get off of Bee Ridge onto 41. Other than that, Fruitville and Clark Road looking good as we head into South County. A few slowdowns on Business 41 as you're heading northbound into Nokomis. Other than that, no accidents at 619 on your Tuesday morning. Well, a shocking DUI arrest in Sarasota after a man passes out behind the wheel, all with a 2-year-old in the front seat trying to wake him up.
And it's all caught on videotape. Our Bobeth Yates has the story.
Shocking cell phone video showing a man passed out at the wheel with a toddler right next to him.
I just happened to notice going through the 10th Street light, the guy in the turn lane, but then there was a kid standing in the front. So I could see him moving while I was sitting at 10th Street light. So when I approached the car, I looked at the gentleman and realized he didn't look like he was coherent.
According to the Sarasota Police Department, the driver, 28-year-old Winston Folks, had passed out with his car in drive and his foot on the brakes. Here you see his car stopped in the middle of the road with traffic flowing on both sides. All the while, a baby is seen in the front seat trying to wake him up.
They arrived on scene and assessed immediately and realized that there was a child in the car that was unrestrained, and just realized just how dangerous this situation was. Luckily, the car was not in traffic. It was actually pulled over into a turn lane. But again, a very dangerous situation due to the amount of traffic, due to the fact that the car was in drive.
According to the incident report, when officials arrived on scene, Folks' pupils were dilated and his speech slurred. Officials also say they noticed a strong smell of alcohol. Christine Andrews was the Good Samaritan who intervened to prevent the dangerous situation from getting worse.
I'm just glad I was there at the right time to see, because who knows how long they were really sitting there. And the baby started to move the tires at that point, and you could see him hitting his dad or whoever he was with the phone.
Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Certainly a scary situation for this little kid, and luckily I don't really know how he was able to keep his foot on the brake because he was unconscious.
Yeah.
But that man, luckily it didn't turn out worse than it was.
Scary among us, we're out there driving.
I know. Good Samaritan right there, though. If you see something, say something.
Yeah, that's right. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the family of a Minnesota woman pleading for answers from police.
We'll tell you why investigators are working to figure out what led to that woman's death just minutes after she called 911. That story when we come back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I'm Cindy Lou. I'm Susie. I'm Missy. And I'm Betty Jean. And we're the Marvelous Wonderettes. Mr. Sandman.
Experience the best girl group songs from the 50s and 60s live on stage at the Players Center July 12th through the 23rd. Call 941-365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll fall in love with the Marvelous Wonderettes.
I'm so alone.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Record-setting hot weather means your AC is working overtime to keep your home cool, which can lead to high bills. That's why we're bringing in the energy experts from Florida Power and Light Company. Watch ABC 7 News from 5 to 6:30 tonight to get your questions answered during the FPL Ask the Energy Expert phone bank. From free online tools to FPL's new mobile app. Learn how to save energy and money, only on ABC 7. ABC 7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Yeah, thanks to Bill Watrous. He sent us a picture of the sunset from Bradenton Beach. We always love to hear and see the photos that you send our way.
Yeah, we definitely would love to see some of them. There's our contact information right there. We're chatting with some people right now on my Facebook page, talking to Annette about some of the stories that we've been talking about. She's seeing the sunrise this morning. If you're enjoying a nice warm cup of coffee, let's see what you got inside of it. Maybe some good creamer or something like that.
All right, so thanks to Bill Watrous for that picture. We
Yeah.
look forward to your pictures as well in the coming days.
All right, welcome back. 6:25 this morning, and a family in Minnesota is demanding answers this morning.
Strange story. This after police shot and killed a woman after she called 911. ABC's Lindsay Davis sorts this out.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the fiance of slain Minnesota woman Justine Damon pleading for answers from Minneapolis police.
Sadly, her family and I have been provided with almost no additional information from law enforcement.
Late Saturday night, Damon called police to report a possible assault in the alley behind her home. That call came in at 11:28 p.m.
Female screaming behind the building.
Just 4 minutes later, officers on the scene reported they had opened fire.
Shots fired. No.
This morning, independent investigators are working to learn what happened between those two calls. There is no dash cam video of the incident, and both officers' body cameras were turned off.
Like you, I have a lot of questions about why the body cameras weren't on.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll talk live with Minneapolis Mayor Betsy Hodges. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, Minneapolis.
Boost. It's about moving forward, not back. It's looking up, not down. It's being in motion. Boost High Protein. It's intelligent nutrition with 15 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals. Boost, the #1 high-protein complete nutritional drink.
Only Tylenol Rapid Release Gels have laser-drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. Tylenol.
How your clothes smell can say a lot about you. That's why new Downy Protect and Refresh conditions fibers to lock out odors. New Downy Protect and Refresh.
Oh, wow. What kind of underwear are those?
They're breathable underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
Wait, Fruit of the Loom makes breathable underwear?
Yeah, they have tiny holes to let the air through, but...
Yes! I love them.
Stay cool with breathable underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. And now, for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-468-1930. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target store today.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off
off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, an unusual addition coming to Sarasota's Bayfront. We'll tell you why commissioners want to spend money on a living seawall.
Plus, the search for a missing girl with a Manatee County connection comes to a grim conclusion. We'll have the story.
And homework may be a thing of the past for some students in Manatee County. We'll have both sides of that debate. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Oh, good morning. Look at that sunrise in progress here on the Suncoast.
Very cotton candy-like.
Yeah, it's a kaleidoscope every morning.
Beautiful shot. We're so lucky to live here.
Oh, I know. Every day we know that. 6:31, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi. Good morning, John.
Good morning to you both. Some folks on the Suncoast will see their cotton candy get a little sprinkled this morning, I think.
That's no good. Yeah.
It's all right. You know, it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be a real heavy rainfall, just a light sprinkle. I think as we head into later morning and early afternoon, the chance of a thunderstorm is a little bit better along the coastline. Then everything moves inland. Sound familiar? Kind of like yesterday? Well, we're stuck in that same sort of pattern, and that's exactly what we'll see. Take a look at the radar. You can see a few of those showers right along the coastline now between Venice and Sarasota. And south of us, there are more showers out in Gulf waters that could bring us a light sprinkle during these morning hours. Otherwise, a fair amount of sunshine as well in between those little isolated patches of clouds that do produce a sprinkle or two. Our daytime high will come in near the 90-degree mark, and we'll have about a 50% chance of rainfall today. Complete forecast in a minute.
Talk to you soon. Checking Suncoast traffic now. Some buildup there on 64 in the westbound lanes. As you head away from the interstate, let's check farther south down to Sarasota County. Not too much to speak of. Little slowdowns on 41 around Bee Ridge Road. And then South County all clear at 6:32 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this hour, a living seawall is coming to the Sarasota Bayfront.
But as our Rick Adams tells us, one commissioner wonders if this is how the city should spend tax dollars.
A living seawall got the green light from Sarasota City Commissioners Monday afternoon. It will go in front of the current seawall that's being built at O'Leary's Tiki Bar and Grill on the Sarasota Bayfront.
It's a way to improve traditional seawalls. It's modules that go in front of traditional seawalls that help habitat come in and live near the walls again, and it also helps deflect wave energy.
This 250-foot living seawall will be very similar to the one constructed in Palmetto and will be made up of reef balls. The city will be working closely with Moat Marine Lab on this project. Experts say in addition to it attracting lots of marine life, it also has environmental benefits and will help protect the regular seawall from erosion. Christine Finn of Lakewood Ranch visits O'Leary's with her family many times a year. She is excited to hear about this project.
I think it's great. They're definitely respecting the environment and doing the right thing, and I like that.
Sarasota City Commissioners voted 4-1 in favor of the $46,000 needed to get the project off the ground. Hagan Brody was the commissioner who voted against the living seawall.
It's really an experimental thing for Moat Marine to do some research for, which I am all for. However, we do have some budget issues currently, and I think that we have a couple of more important items to address.
City officials tell us it should take about 4 months from beginning to end to complete the project. In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
As for the other two big topics on the table at the Sarasota City Commission meeting last night, commissioners are still discussing the city's temporary ban on medical marijuana. Commissioners voted to extend a temporary ban on dispensaries in the city for 60 days. But now the clock is ticking and commissioners need to make decisions on zoning and locations. The city originally planned to have the dispensaries at an office away from neighborhoods and schools, but Governor Rick Scott signed a bill earlier this month that says local governments have to allow the same zoning laws for dispensaries as any traditional pharmacy.
The public has to understand we only have two options. We either ban them completely or we allow them in the same places that we allow pharmacies, which is just about everywhere. The state preempted us, took our ability away to regulate that. So what we're doing now is crafting an ordinance that fits in with what the state has allowed us to do.
City leaders also worry about the traffic that dispensaries would bring to the area. And commissioners also voted unanimously to require leashes for dogs at all city parks. Previously, dogs were allowed to run free in all city parks except for 4. Homeowners in the Indian Beach Sapphire Shores neighborhood wanted their park exempt, but the commissioners voted against that idea. Dogs are still allowed to run without leashes at designated dog parks within Sarasota.
It is 6:35 now. What was a search for a missing 13-year-old girl in Hillsborough County has now turned into a homicide investigation. Janessa Shannon's body was found in the Triple Creek Nature Preserve in Riverview. Over the weekend, the sheriff's office said they were investigating the case as a homicide. She disappeared 2 weeks ago. Her family reported that Janessa was last seen at one point in Manatee County, where her mother lives.
A Manatee County woman is charged with property damage after deputies say she overdosed and crashed her car into a wall. The crash happened along Cortez Road, and the driver, 34-year-old Kelsey Flynn, was given 2 milligrams of Narcan at Manatee Memorial Hospital. The responding deputy says she was alert and did not suffer any major injuries, but she was unaware of what happened after that crash. And law enforcement in 5 states are working together to reduce the number of crashes on the roads. The Florida Highway Patrol taking part in a week-long initiative with Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, and Tennessee to reduce serious injury and fatal crashes. The top priorities: making sure drivers obey speed limits, wear a seatbelt, and also avoid texting and driving. Now, that goal is to raise awareness of traffic safety issues and also enforce traffic violations to help drivers arrive alive.
A boil water advisory is still in effect this morning after a water main break in Sarasota County. It happened Monday morning on Beneva between Proctor and Clark Roads. The break also caused a hole in the road to form and also caused work to fix that throughout the day. Crews will return to the road this morning. Residents living nearby in the Lake Arrow condos or Beneva Woods area are affected. They're asked to boil their water as a precaution until told otherwise. No word yet as to what caused that break.
Local drinkware company Tervis got the chance to represent Florida and the Suncoast at the nation's capital yesterday. The company was chosen to attend a Made in America product showcase in Washington, where President Donald Trump hosted the event to send his message of putting America first by offering each state the chance to showcase a product made right here in America. The president believes it'll help the economy and also create jobs. The popular company is based out of Venice and has about 700 workers.
Well, this story is causing some buzz today. Manatee County may steal a page from Marion County when it comes to dropping homework assignments for younger students. The school board chair, Charlie Kennedy, wants to discuss the idea at an upcoming meeting, but opponents on the board like John Colon think it's a bad idea. He thinks homework gives parents a chance to work with their kids. Here's both gentlemen.
A student doing 20 to 30 minutes of reading with a parent or sibling or family member is much more valuable to that student's educational experience.
Every teacher teaches differently. So why should we as a school board mandate across the entire spectrum of the county that there's no homework?
Manatee County Superintendent Diana Green is out of town this month and could not be reached for comment. Kennedy believes the change would ultimately be her decision in the long run. And this summer, other Manatee County students are volunteering for even more homework. The Educational Consultants Consortium in Palmetto is hosting a summer work and school program for students who need extra help in class. For 5 hours a day, students work alongside custodial staff at local middle schools for a paycheck and then spend 3 more hours in tutoring. Organizers say it helps kids go back to school in the fall ahead of where they left off when the summer began.
The reason why I do it is just to get out of the house so I can do something. So I'm not being lazy.
You still have to do some academics. You just can't go. I don't think students should go idle without having some kind of academics to have them ready.
Students can earn up to $1,700 through this wonderful summer program.
I think it's interesting, the homework ban concept, because I feel like it would only hinder students, not help them with not having homework after school. I feel like that's a good example for them to be able to get some one-on-one interaction with their parents, if not, be able to concentrate a little bit more than they normally do in class, perhaps. Just my thoughts.
I don't understand how parents have to be so involved with homework now. I guess it's a changing time.
Right, well, even without the parents, I think it gives them a good opportunity to focus on their homework themselves and maybe get a better understanding of it, because sometimes kids don't really pay attention in the classroom.
I know that. I recall that.
So.
I think for older students, it's good to have homework.
Yeah.
For younger students, it's nice to get out in the fresh air once in a while,
That
which
too.
kids don't do as much as they used to do, I don't think.
I see both sides.
We've got showers in the forecast. We'll talk about that in a second.
A couple is getting the gift of a lifetime thanks to Garth Brooks.
We'll tell you how a proposal at his concert led to something truly special right when we come back.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at a temperature coming in at 76 degrees with a little bit of clear sky out there. It's a nice start to the day with a dew point of 72. Southeast wind comes in at about 6, light enough that a sea breeze will develop earlier on. 74 Wauchula, 75 Arcadia, 75 Myakka, Parrish at 74, Bradenton at 75, Lakewood Ranch at 76. Northport has 76, so does Punta Gorda. Warmer near the coast, as it always is at this time of morning. It's 81 degrees at Longboat Keys, 80 in Venice, 80 in Inglewood. We have a lot of moisture in the air to work with. We also have a big ridge of high pressure that sits right over us, basically. When high pressure, when you're sort of right in the bullseye of a high pressure circulation, your winds tend to be kind of light. And so that's the case with us today. The high pressure ridge is really sitting right about here and right in line with the center part of the state of Florida, so that our winds are light enough to develop sea breezes early on. Now aloft, We have a wind that's rising out of the south, and that's bringing moisture our way, plus a trough of low pressure to the north of us, which will be a focal point for shower development throughout the day today, but really has marginal impact on us. Our weather driven completely by this high pressure ridge, really, and our sea breeze front, along with the amount of moisture we have in the air. So as we develop this westerly wind, showers that are out in Gulf waters will kind of inch their way closer to shore. We have a few in progress now, getting close to land and producing a little bit of light drizzle for the most part, not much more than that. Not seeing any lightning pops. We're not watching anything close to severe weather developing, but we will see a little bit of light drizzle around near the coastline. Then as we head into the 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock hour, we'll probably see a few more showers develop along the coastline as our sea breeze really starts to get going. Once that happens, the showers that do develop along the coast will be pushed toward the other coast, where they will increase in intensity as they collide with the sea breeze from the other coastline. And consequently, that's where the heaviest rain will fall in the state of Florida over the next several days. Will be along the other coast, not ours. So early coastal showers, and by that I mean especially 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, around that time frame, followed by east moving inland storms. As those coastal showers move inland, they become more intense and drift toward the other coastline, and an early sea breeze development which should keep the immediate coastline just a little bit cooler, kind of hovering around the 90-degree mark. The RPM computer model shows those showers moving inland today, and then as we head into tomorrow, we'll see a few of the showers along the coast, followed by the inland showers developing once again. And that pattern will probably repeat itself each and every day right straight into the weekend. A mix of sun and clouds to start rapidly builds our temperatures, allowing for that sea breeze formation. Far away from us and well to the south is a couple of areas of disturbed weather. One has about a 40% chance of developing over the next 5 days or so, and would most likely move out into the open waters of the Atlantic, bothering no one. The other one has developed into Dawn. Dawn, right now, with 50-mile-an-hour winds, has a forecast track that carries it into this area of the Caribbean where upper-level winds are very hostile to hurricanes. Plus, it's going to be very close to the continent, so it'll draw in some drier air off land, and the combination of those factors will probably spell an early death to this system as it moves closer to the ABC Islands. In any event, it has no effect on the state of Florida, far removed from its circulation. Forecast calls for a daytime high near 90 right straight through the week, with about a 50% chance of an early shower near the coast, followed by inland showers in the afternoon. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic in Manatee County, a few patches of congestion here and there, but nothing to really be concerned about as we head into Sarasota County. Pretty quiet throughout that area as well. Your biggest slowdowns really on Clark Road as you head towards the interstate, and in South County, a few slowdowns as you head around Venice and Nokomis. Other than that, 647, no accidents across the Suncoast this morning. In this hour's Health Smart, height may affect a man's chance of getting prostate cancer.
Great. According to a study from the BMC Medicine, taller men have a greater risk of getting an aggressive form of the disease because they have more cells in their body. For every 4 inches in a person's height, it has increased the possibility of an aggressive prostate cancer by 21%. Although you can't control your height, but you can reduce your weight. The study also found that a healthy body weight is associated with a reduced risk of prostate cancer.
And in other health news, new findings are linking our speech patterns to Alzheimer's. Researchers say changes to our speech, such as pauses, filler words, and other verbal symptoms, might be an early sign of mental decline, which can lead to Alzheimer's disease. If their research is confirmed, the study may be able to help doctors find a better way to help screen people for early signs of mental decline in Alzheimer's. And in entertainment news this morning, an unexpected offer from Garth Brooks.
Where do you want to go on your honeymoon? Where? No idea? Well, I'll tell you what, if you pick Hawaii, you sure would not pay for it.
How about that? During his concert in Oklahoma, Brooks noticed a man proposing while he was playing a song. So he stopped and told the couple if they decided to go to Hawaii for a honeymoon, he'd pay for it. The newly engaged couple accepted his offer, and Brooks then said, nobody else can get engaged tonight.
Looks like they might be going to Hawaii. Why?
Nice.
Well, Ed Sheeran is basking in the glory of his Game of Thrones cameo. The British singer posting a shot of himself on Instagram with the caption, "Throwback to that time I was a Lannister." Producers of the HBO fantasy drama say they have been trying to get Sheeran a spot on the show for years in hopes of surprising fellow Throne star Maisie Williams, who is reportedly a huge Sheeran fan, and I guess it worked.
And a special treat at the Venice Theater this week. Michelle Kasanovsky will perform To All the Men I've Loved Before, Thursday and Friday, 8 p.m. Great title. She'll sing her favorite songs by male composers and songs about men and relationships like Fever and The Lady is a Tramp. Tickets are on sale for the shows at VeniceStage.com. You want to sing The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow for us?
No, nobody wants me to sing. Do us all a favor. Nobody wants to hear that.
She's been singing all morning. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a duck stuck in a Sarasota County storm drain.
We'll tell you how the little guy was saved thanks to help from our local law enforcement. Don't go away. We'll have that story when we come back.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Record-setting hot weather means your AC is working overtime to keep your home cool, which can lead to high bills. That's why we're bringing in the energy experts from Florida Power and Light Company. Watch ABC 7 News from 5 to 6:30 tonight to get your questions answered during the FPL Ask the Energy Expert phone bank. From free online tools to FPL's new mobile app. Learn how to save energy and money, only on ABC 7.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The sun will come out this morning.
Certainly will. Beautiful song.
Bet your bottom dollar. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful shot of the sunrise on the Suncoast.
I've been singing that song all morning. It just makes me in a good mood. Puts me in a good mood. Maybe it'll put somebody else in a good mood.
The first few times you do it, it'll be fun, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at some of the top stories here on the Suncoast today.
A water main break is slowing traffic on Beneva between Proctor and Clark. The break is also causing nearby residents to boil their drinking water until further notice.
Plus, the search for a missing girl with ties to Manatee County ended in the woods in southern Hillsborough County. Deputies are trying to figure out who killed 13-year-old Janessa Shannon of Riverview. She disappeared 2 weeks ago.
And a Suncoast company was honored at the White House as part of Made in America Week. Tervis Tumbler represented Florida in the president's efforts to highlight American-made products. Tervis employs 700 workers in North Venice.
Taking a look at traffic this morning, some slowdowns on 301 and State Road 70. Other than that, looking like the bridges are pretty clear as you head into downtown Bradenton. State Road 70 looking some congestion as well. Looks like 41 and Bee Ridge seeing some slowdowns in Sarasota County. Other than that, I-75 looking clear in South County, looking pretty clear throughout that area. John?
And 99% of us will see dry conditions through the morning commute. There'll be an isolated shower near the coastline, but it's later in the morning into the mid-afternoon that showers along the coastline will become more prevalent. Those showers move inland and become stronger. That's going to be the case each and every day.
Well, we love these stories. A duck found in Sarasota County will fly again thanks to local law enforcement. This little guy was trapped in a storm drain over the weekend. 2 animal services officers worked with a Sarasota police officer to find a plan. The group freed the duck from the drainage pipe, and now it's reunited with its flock. There's a happy picture of the ducks walking off in the sunset. Nothing more poetic than you see a mother duck and little ducklings behind, like little tennis balls.
Yes, those are my favorite to see. They're always so cute, tagging along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the quintessential picture of motherhood.
It certainly is. Well, great. Very nice. Nice way to say it.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. More of John Scalzi at 7:25. We'll see you then. Meantime, enjoy your Tuesday.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.